Ukraine forces retake Lyman, a strategic city, as Russians retreat.
Here's a summary of the article.
October 1, 2022, 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time. Rivne, Ukraine. Russian forces retreated from the strategic eastern Ukrainian city of Lyman on Saturday, a humbling setback for President Vladimir V Putin just one day after he illegally declared the surrounding region to be part of Russia. The Russian retreat quickly spawned withering criticism among powerful allies of Mr. Putin, who blamed Russia's military leaders for the recent losses, calling them incompetent. Lyman sits on the banks of the meandering Siversky Donets River, which has served as a natural division between Russian and Ukrainian front lines since Russian forces captured the city in May. Retaking it offers Ukrainian forces a strategic foothold for further advances into the Donbass region that has long been the focus of Mr. Putin's aims. Retreat from key city. Russian forces withdrew from the strategically important city of Lyman, in Donetsk province, on October 1. The residents of the four Ukrainian regions, which are still partly controlled by Ukrainian forces, would become Russia's citizens, forever, said Mr. Putin, adding that Russia would defend them, with all the forces and means at our disposal. Ukrainian officials have consistently said they will disregard Russia's territorial claims and press ahead with counter-offensives in eastern Ukraine and around the southern port city of Kherson. The Pentagon's top official on Saturday praised the Ukrainian military's breakthrough in Lyman as a major success.
This post received a score of 41,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Putin is calling up a partial mobilization so more troops will be available for the retreat.
We have no jobs in places like fucking Dagestan, so we figured we might as well just kill all the unemployed men for cheap.
Hell yeah. Push the Russians back to Russia and take back everything that was stolen.
Let them keep Moscow. Fuck that. Zelensky should announce Moscow as Ukrainian territory after a referendum he just held in his kitchen, then arrest Putin at his daft long table for trespassing.
It used to be Kievan Rus after all. The China method of claiming land.
You see, this 13th century map that we've found clearly shows that everything east of Kyiv belongs to Ukraine.
When danger reared its ugly head, the Russians turned their tails and fled.
I never did.
And now I'm dead.
My body full of lead. For Mother Russia? Vlad said.
Why is it a strategic city? Just asking. It seems to me that whole eastern region is very vulnerable since it's all right next to Russia. Edit. Whoa, thanks for all the detailed answers, everyone.
You may remember that Ukraine liberated Izyum a few weeks ago. If Ukraine can advance in this area, then they can severely hinder Russian logistics in the east. With Kupiansk gone, Russian railway and road logistics in the area now have to route through Svatov, where also further Russian command centers are located. Svatov is now very vulnerable, which threatens to dramatically compromise Russian logistics into Luhansk.
If I were Ukraine, I'd change the railway gauge from the Soviet 1,520 mm to the EU 1,435 mm after the war ends. That should make logistics even more complicated for Russia if they would. Try again.
Oh yeah, Ukraine's rail network will begin the switch in earnest after the war, though it has more to do with economics and logistics than complicating Russia's logistics. The gauge difference slows Ukrainian exports to the EU, as well as making it more difficult for NATO to supply Ukraine in wartime.
That's kinda a no-brainer really, although one understands that it's a large project. The whole country rail network will have to be changed and that will take some time.
There was from 2,000 to 5,000 troops encircled in Lyman. Ukraine need no fertilizer in that area at this point.
TBH, Ukraine already had some of the best soil in the world for farming.
Well, now it's better.
It's a fundamental irony of Ukraine's geography that the land so suited for farming also happened to be situated in the very path every nomadic people, the ones that aren't really fans of farming, used to invade, with virtually no geographic barriers, creating the perfect battlefield for the nomadic cavalry's a cause field for nomads, if you will.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.